TPF fighters, Tigray opposition fighters have released a new video about their activities. Secondly, Israeli flags have been seen at a program organized by Tigrayans to commemorate the sacrifices of martyrs. And we say that groups in Tigray, TPLF, etc., they are aligned with Israel in the ongoing Israel-Iran conflict. Welcome to the channel. Thank you for watching. Three news stories in this video. First one is about video from Freeland, where Tigrayan opposition fighters are based. Secondly, a video about commemoration of martyrs' sacrifices in Tigray. The ceremony showed Israeli flags. And lastly, Keri Ibrahim is giving some interviews backing the federal government's position about sea access and calling for federal government's intervention in Tigray. Let's start with the news story about Keri Ibrahim. Keri Ibrahim is now part of Tigray Democratic Solidarity, the political party formed by former Tigray President Getachew. Keria was a senior TPLF leader, but during the war, she could not participate in the war. Willingly or unwillingly, she could not participate. She remained in Addis Ababa. She was put under house arrest. She worked as Speaker of House of Federation, by the way, when Bimabi was in power. But before the war broke out, she just went to Tigray, like other TPLF leaders. During the war, when Sabbatnaga was on trial and she was brought to the court to testify against Sabbatnaga, she refused to testify. After the war ended and Pretoria was signed, she was fired from the party. Why? She was accused of not participating in the war deliberately. By the way, did Emmanuel Assefa participate in the war? What? I mean, I did not hear his name. I covered this war, Tigray war, in 2 years. I was not aware of Emmanuel Assefa's activities in the battleground. I knew Getachew was on front line, the Bratzian was there, Janels were there, Sion Mesfin was there, Sabbatnaga was there. So many people were there. So many other TPLF leaders too, Tigray generals, all were there. They did not flee. I always appreciate that they stood with their people. I did not hear about Emmanuel Assefa back then, but now he is deputy chairman of the party, deputy president of Tigray. Anyway, Keria is part of Getachew Democratic Solidarity Party. In two of her recent interviews, she called for intervention of federal government in Tigray. She's asking the federal government to intervene in Tigray because, according to her, situation in Tigray is alarming. TPLF is crushing people. It is crushing opposition. TPLF is forming alliance with countries against Ethiopian sovereignty. TPLF should be stopped. This is what Solidarity Party said in a statement 2 days ago after IDP protests. It asked federal government to intervene to cut off the link between Eritrea and TPLF. Basically, these former TPLF leaders who are not part of, who are now part of opposition, they want federal government to launch military operation in Tigray. Secondly, Keri Ibrahim supported Ethiopian government's case for sea access. Why? Because she wants to be close to the Prosperity Party, to Ethiopian Bimabi. That is why she's saying that Ethiopia needs sea access. TPLF, the Bratzian, is silent on this issue. Tigray military is silent on this issue. Not a word from them. But those who have left TPLF, who have been kicked out of TPLF, who are now close to PP, they are mentioning sea access in their interviews. Keria said that it's unfair what happened with Ethiopia. It was deprived of sea access. It is historical injustice, and a small country has a huge sea coast, while a big country like Ethiopia has no sea access. It's unfair. This mistake should be corrected. So obviously, she is calling for sea access for Ethiopia through Eritrea. Now, Getachew party leaders all are supporting, it seems, Ethiopian federal government's position about sea access. But main TPLF leaders in Tigray military, they are silent. They have not said a word about sea access issue. There was two videos for you. First one shows TPF members, Tigray Peace Force members in Freeland. They call where they are based Freeland, and they held a program to commemorate martyrs in Tigray. In Eritrea, Martyrs Day was observed. Isaiah Savuki was seen there at a cemetery commemorating the sacrifices of martyrs. In Tigray too, we saw gatherings. Tadase Verede addressed a gathering about martyrs' sacrifices. TPF also organized a ceremony where candles were lit, I think, at night to commemorate the sacrifices of martyrs. Second video shows a Tigrayan celebration, obviously on Martyrs Day. It's a new video. This video from the celebration, from the commemoration of martyrs' activities, shows two flags, Tigray flag and Israeli flag. Can we say that Tigray, TPLF, Tigray military are supportive of Israel in the ongoing Israel-Iran conflict? Western countries, US, they're all supporting Israel. TPLF has long been an ally of the West and US. That is why its support for Israel makes sense. Secondly, Iran provided drones to the Ethiopian government during the war. Muhajir 6 Iranian drones were sold by Iran to Pimavi's government, and the drones were used in this recent war in Tigray. Turkey also provided drones, UAE as well. Ethiopian government has not issued any official statement in support of Iran or Israel in the conflict, in the Middle Eastern conflict. Rather, government is silent. Eritrea is also silent. If they issue a statement, maybe they'll issue a balanced statement. Tigray is also silent, but it seems that groups in Tigray are supportive of Israel, not of Iran. Watch the two videos. First one showing TPF somewhere in afar. Second video shows Tigrayans on Martyrs Day with Tigray and Israeli flags. Israeli flags can be seen in the background. Thanks for watching.
خلينا ننزل سماعتنا نذكر